I would assume that, I mean, at a certain point, it's the investors that you end up bringing on. I mean, they believe in you, they believe in the vision. You know, I think it's connecting on such a level that at least you're coming in and saying, look, we aren't Instagram, but here's what we're going to do. And I think, you know, what I'm trying to uncover is after you launch, and of course you can't paint the vision anymore, you actually have traction, there has to be a way that founders, obviously after you execute at least somewhat properly, you got to be able to communicate to the investors, here's where we're going, have faith in us, and at a certain point they either buy in or not, right? And that takes, I think it takes more than one meeting. I think it takes just a hell of a lot of, I think it's just validation, and at a certain point they have to buy into you. Right?
Yeah, I think there's people that invest for different reasons. I definitely know there are people that have invested in our company because of me. There are people that have invested because they believe in the vision, which I helped describe, but like that they really believe that there is room in the market for a broad-based social network for gamers that is distinct and unique from personal social networks, and that is big, and that could be very profitable. Like that, there are people that invested because they believe that, and they believe I won't screw it up or something. But it's certainly not just because of me, and there are people that I do think invested because of me. I think those two things get diminished the later stage you are, and it becomes more about what's the likelihood of this product and this business to succeed and to sort of be all of that. And so I think that maybe just the focus shifts a bit. I agree, it takes more than one meeting, and a lot of it is about doing what you say you're going to do. Like there are people that I talked to 3 months ago that I told what we were doing, and sitting here today, it's not what we've done. We've done something very different. We found something else that worked, and I can describe that to them. But there's some people who are going to be like, hey, you told me 3 months ago that you had this plan and that it was going to do this, and it didn't. And it's like, maybe that will turn them off and they're never going to invest. I think there are people that I talked to maybe 2 months ago that I told what we're doing now and said, hey, we sort of figured this out. It's been great. We're scaling that I'll talk to today, and they'll be like, wow, you've had, and I can tell them what the engagement or retention's been like on that product, and they'll be impressed, and maybe there's a good chance that they'll invest. So I think that's true, but I think it's just as true at seed, and it's true at B, and it's true in public markets. Amazon has to say how much money they're going to make in 3 months from now, and if they're right, people believe them and they'll invest more. If they're wrong, then like, oh shit, you don't know what you're doing.
Well, one thing I've read too is like, seriously, investors, an investor can never logically tell you why they invested in that company. It's a lot more of an emotional decision. It's more of a timing decision. Mm-hmm. It's just, and I think that's where, as founders, we need to understand that, and a no is okay, but there's also like, if the timing's right, if it's in the market they're interested in, if they respect you as a founder, and they are looking at lines instead of just a dot, that whole thing, like sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they won't.